Namaskar, welcome to your program Tete-A-Tete. I am Sudhanshu Ranjan and we have with us Arun Jaitley, leader of the opposition Rajya Sabha, a senior advocate by profession. Mr. Jaitley was a cabinet minister in the NDA government under Vajpayee. So, Mr. Jaitley, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Now, the BJP, which is thinking of getting into power and forming government, but there are so many controversies inside the party, and Modi-Jaitley duo, as I have heard and read, is being seen as the new duo which has replaced Atal Advani duo. So, what is your comment?
No, I don't think that's correct. It's a lot of exaggeration. You see, generational change takes place in every party. As far as Atalji and Advaniji is concerned, I don't think anybody can replace them. But as a part of the generational change, since we are not a dynastic institution, there is a large set of leaders which have worked for 3 to 4 decades in the party. You have some of the most outstanding chief ministers. You have a number of central leaders. You have parliamentary leaders. You have organizational leaders. So BJP is proud of the fact that we have a galaxy of leadership. Now, from amongst that galaxy, after a whole process of deliberation, thought, even public debate, we did select Mr. Modi to be the party leader for the next general elections. And he's unquestionably now the first amongst the equals, and he's a leader. But I don't think he replaces anybody. Today, that's the mood of the moment, and that's the decision of the moment.
Now, that is true. You said that you have, or the party has selected him or elected him, whatever, and he is now the face of the party, he is the prime ministerial candidate. But now the Congress party says that person who could not unite his own party, how can he unite the whole country? After all, there is a stiff opposition.
Let's be very clear, persons don't unite this country. And this country is not so weak or fragile that you need an individual to unite it. India will remain united. As far as the party is concerned, since we are not a dynastic party, since you have a galaxy of leaders to choose from. Now in the Congress, you have nobody to choose from. Whoever is the next in succession in the family will be the leader. Now India has to decide whether leadership must be on basis of a dynastic succession or it must be on basis of proven merit. If it is on basis of proven merit, you will always have 2 opinions in the party. Didn't Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton contest against each other to get a party nomination? In England, in the Labour Party, after they lost the election, 2 real brothers contested against each other and the younger brother became the leader, Ed Miliband. So in a democracy, there is a leadership selection process. In India, we don't have a formal selection process, but it's the Indian equivalent of the US primaries that has taken place over the last 2-3 years in the BJP, and we selected who we thought was the best. Now some people think because you are not a family dynastic party, so it's controversial.
No, even if you say or you describe a party as dynastic and where the family takes, but in a democracy they face election. It's not that the family decides or the party decides and they get into power.
No, they'll always face elections. But I have always believed that the real worth of a democracy is realized when India becomes meritocracy. And therefore, just on the strength of charisma of families, if we are going to govern India, you'll never be able to realize the real worth of Indian democracy.
Mr. Jaitley, you say that a person doesn't unite the country is not so fragile. That is true, country is not fragile, but it is a pluralistic country, so many languages, castes, communities. So you have to have a leader who gives a feeling that he cares for the whole society, for the whole country, for different sections. And if there is a feeling that some person is against a particular community or against a particular language or a caste, then that doesn't send a good signal for the country.
You can have propaganda to that effect, but that's not the ground reality. I have always believed that both the BJP and Mr. Modi should be judged by their program, should be judged by their performance, rather than merely a hostile propaganda. Now, a hostile propaganda can take place against everybody. Now, for 2002, no Indian politician has gone through the kind of inquiries which Mr. Modi has, and they found nothing against him. Therefore, all you have is today propaganda. So the feeling should be generated by facts. Feelings can't be generated by mere propaganda and prachar.
No, but don't you think that in a democracy perception does matter?
you see, the kind of popularity ratings he's getting is because of that perception itself.
But there is also
Therefore, if somebody is 30 points below him in the popularity ratings, then certainly he can't have a higher perception than Mr. Modi.
No, but it is said, many political analysts have also written that in 2004 the NDA was out of power only because of the 2002 riots.
Well, people
You could
can
say
say
Gujarat,
this.
but not the country.
I think the 2004 election was entirely because of different set of factors. 2004 elections was governed more by the social and political combinations of each state. And the net aggregate of that became the election where Congress and BJP polled the same number of seats. Therefore, to say that it was entirely governed by Gujarat may not be correct. How is it that then we did extremely well in Madhya Pradesh? We did extremely well in Chhattisgarh. We did extremely well in Gujarat and Rajasthan. Therefore, the fact is that in states where your social and political combinations were in place, you did well.
It happens, sometimes it happens. For example, 1977, the Congress was routed right from Assam to Gujarat, but it did extremely well in the southern states.
So there could be some factors, but to say that it was entirely attributed to Gujarat may not be accurate. Yes, there was a polarization of the minorities against us in 2004, which could be attributable to Gujarat, but that's about all that Gujarat had an impact on the 2004.
And that is what Advani ji has also been saying, that by projecting Modi, you have shifted the whole debate from development, corruption.
Let me tell you, Modi's image today
yes,
is not merely that of a Hindutva leader. The largest chunk of his image is because of good governance in Gujarat. And there is an additional factor in his favor, which is a reaction against the non-governance of the center. So Modi represents a ray of hope, and therefore the wide popularity that he is getting is not because of any polarization. It is really because of an expectation that he will give decisive governance to the country.
but it is being said that Modi imposed himself on the party, and the grand old man of the party, L.K. Advani, was treated most shabbily.
How can anybody
built
impose?
Up the party.
He didn't get crash into the party. He didn't impose himself forcibly. I think Modi's selection as a leader has been the most democratic process. It's a process where parliamentary board of the BJP gave recognition to a decision which the cadres and the supporters of BJP had already decided. So Modi's acceptability had created a groundswell on the ground, and the parliamentary board of the party at a later stage recognized that groundswell and appointed him as the leader.
But then why a particular section was opposed to his anointment?
In any democratic party, there will be two views, as I said. It's only in dynastic parties that there is only one view. So the presence of two views in the BJP is a healthy development.
But it's not only that one section, a section led by a stalwart like Advani.
Therefore, that's all the more an exhibition of good democracy. Now, a good inner party democracy is regarded as dissidence in India. I can't understand this. But ultimately, when the party decides, everybody, including Mr. Advani, has accepted the decision.
He might have accepted, but that is what people feel, that a grand old man like Advani should not have been treated like this.
Is it unnatural that in a party two views on a particular issue may be possible? Ultimately, you had a case where the whole Council of Ministers, led by a Prime Minister in his 80s, has been overruled by somebody half his age. Therefore, this is being exhibited as a presence of two opinions.
Yes, definitely. But in case of, as you are referring to, without taking them name, the role Rahul Gandhi played in withdrawing the ordinance, your party says that it's not because of Rahul Gandhi, it's because of the president and the pressure put by the BJP.
Well, let me tell you, if when the bill was approved 2 months ago, 1.5 months ago, somebody's conscience has pricked and he had stopped it, I would have given him credit. When the bill was introduced, if he had stopped it, I would have given him credit. When the ordinance was approved and he had stopped it, I would have given him credit. It's only when they got a battering in public opinion and the president started summoning each minister to explain why he should sign the ordinance. At a belated stage, there was a realization that something has gone wrong. Therefore, it was only intended to cut his losses and that of his party, and the party accepted it not because it was unconstitutional or improper. The party accepted it because that party functions on a principle that a member of the family can overrule the whole government.
No, but if a particular leader who has got some authority in the party, if he feels that this is the public mood and he respects the public mood, public sentiment, what is wrong?
Except
in a
there's
democracy?
nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong except that the realization must come when the decision is being taken. The realization must not come when you start getting a battering from the public.
Now, coming back to the same issue, the old leadership or the two sections, it is said that till Atal Bihari Vajpayee and Lal Krishna Advani were at the helms of affairs, they did not allow the RSS to call the shots. They decided, RSS was able to influence the party, but the final decision was taken by the party. Now it is so happening that the RSS is deciding agenda, it is taking decision.
Yeah, this is overstated. The RSS and the BJP are a part of the same ideological movement. We have an ideological affinity with the RSS. We do hold consultations. But at the end of the day, the decision is taken only in the BJP's parliamentary board. The extent of discussion, presence of two opinions, convergence of it in one opinion, if it had to be taken by the RSS, then why should all this exercise have taken place? Why should Goa have taken place? Why should BJP's parliamentary board have taken place? Why should there have been a discussion as who has what view? The very facts that we have this extensive discussion means we are a structured party with a lot of space for people to express conflicting opinions.
These are procedural technicalities, but do you deny that RSS had a role in the anointment of Modi as prime ministerial candidate or in the appointment of Gadkari as party president?
You see, we can always consult them. We can seek their advice if we have to. The final decision is always taken by the BJP.